very warm welcome to all our attendees and Ali Asgar joining our webinar today. So without further ado, let's get our webinar rolling and get down to the very basics of what exactly is WhatsApp Business API, a new age communication tool, which has taken over the world with a frenzy. WhatsApp Business API is a perfect amalgamation of SMS and email, combining the best of both, taking accessibility from SMS and the interactiveness from email, and combining them to form the perfect package. This package has known to give 5x the returns of SMS and 20x the open and click rates of email. Let me ask Ali Asgar to shed further light on what exactly is WhatsApp Business API and who is it for.
Oh, thank you so much, Vidar, for this opportunity. And Sandeep, that was a very nice introduction. I'm glad I could make it. And thank you for arranging this informative webinar for our audience, where we are going to talk about what WhatsApp API is going to do. So yes, coming back to your question, Vidar, in interest of time, the questions are like all three W's: what, who, and why. WhatsApp Business API is nothing something new. If we go a few years back, WhatsApp as an app was launched for P2P. In this phase 2, they launched WhatsApp Business app, which was again available free in the Play Store. But when the businesses started using that, but it's not for the large ones. It's for someone who has a bakery, someone who has a store, a retail store. They start taking orders, and SMBs, smaller SMBs. That's when the need of the larger and the bigger picture of WhatsApp came into the need. And API is one sort of that solution which is going to help you scale your business and take it to the next level. It can be automated. You can set up a chat bot. You can have it insights on that based on analytics can be pulled out, and then the retrigger and the re-engagement can happen on WhatsApp. That's what important is WhatsApp today's world, because every day we start a day with a WhatsApp and end a day with WhatsApp, and I'm sure none of your or my or anyone's chat would be unread so far. So everybody wants to read everything. Talking particularly about WhatsApp Business API, which is scalable solution it is. WhatsApp has, empowered partners like Carix, who is one of the biggest partner for WhatsApp Business API, to help enterprise get access to the API and build a software layer, and with the help of partner like Merito on top of it. So it's suitable for all set of businesses who actually, have a long list of acquisition strategy, retention strategy, onboarding strategy. So WhatsApp is for them. Business API can enable different kind of journeys on a different kind of use cases on the personal WhatsApp of the users with the help of an API. And yes, this is the future. Like I've been always telling in my previous webinars also, like how WeChat has evolved as an ecosystem in China, just using based on conversational platform. Similarly, we believe that WhatsApp is going to take overall super app, become a super app for a lot of things, and then eventually become a product fit for every enterprise. So that's what my piece of thought on why we should do a WhatsApp API thing.
Great, that's good. Just a quick question, Ali. Like, is there any eligibility criteria for anyone, any organization applying for WhatsApp Business API?
Yes. See, it's very similar to how you can have your Facebook business page. The only thing here is that here you have to go via partners like called BSP, Business Solution Provider, and anyone can opt for this particular services of APIs on their own as well. But there's a catch here. You need to have a green tick mark against your number. That's the catch. Supposingly, if I send you a message and you're receiving from a 10-digit mobile number, I'm sure you're going to block it, or you think it's a fishy thing, right? But if the green tick is there from brands like JioCinema, JioCinema, Chroma, and a lot of other brands who has green ticks, so it feels authentication. That authentication will only come to notable brands. So the access to API is open for everyone, but based on their notability criteria, we try hard as BSPs to get them that green tick. So that's our job. And with the help of Merito, we can build those, the ecosystem around how or someone can get eligible to get that green tick.
Perfect. So concluding your point, right, Ali? So it is just that, all organizations, like, howsoever big or howsoever small they might be, right? Everyone can get their own WhatsApp Business API started, and, they can start messaging their students or their applicants, using the WhatsApp Business API. So, the most important question that comes over here is like, how does an organization, big or small, like how do they go about setting it up, right? So, as I've seen, right, the setting up a WhatsApp business API and setting up, going through the whole process is a very seamless process. It requires only 4 details that need to be submitted. First is your organizational details. Second is that you should have a Facebook manager page, as Ali said in the last slide. The third is that you need to decide a display name that will be displayed right next to your number every time anyone messages you. And the fourth thing is that you need a mobile number, preferably which does not have a WhatsApp pre-installed on it. After collecting all of these 4 different points, you can connect with our team over here at Merito. And I assure you, they'll love to handhold you or guide you through the whole verification process that is done by Meta at their end. This process takes almost like 25 to 48 hours to get completed. And after that, you're ready to go and, you're ready to send out messages to your applicants. But this kind of onboarding has its few limitations, right? Because, the moment you're onboarded, the daily limit of WhatsApp messages that any organization can send is limited by Facebook. This limit is can be increased after you gain the trust of the Facebook network by not actually spamming and sending out unusable or unused WhatsApp messages to your leads or students. So it is a pretty seamless process, and this is basically can be done in 24 to 48 hours, right? So before we actually get into utilizing our WhatsApp Business API, I'll call on Ali Asgar to explain to us or, shed some light on the recent developments or the new features that have been brought in by WhatsApp recently.
Thank you again, Vidar. Basically, I would like to start from give some little background for our audience. WhatsApp was purely meant to be for a P2P, person-to-person communication. Then the app thing came, then now the API has come. But WhatsApp is one channel which is so user-friendly and always thinks first about the user and then, all different aspects of the business. So WhatsApp is evolving in a way that, it is getting more and more intuitive in terms of how an enterprise can make a user come on the platform and interact. Mm-hmm. So not just from this, when we started WhatsApp early days, it's so frustrating, without calling a call center IVR number, wait to hear the entire announcement and then press your button. And if your button is 9, so you have to wait from 1 to 8, and then you hear what is there on 9 for customer care. So that's how it's strategized. That's a very cumbersome process. And actually WhatsApp started on the same lines, where there was a chat bot, but you have to press this for reply 1 for this, reply 2 for that. Now, but listening to all the noise of the market, WhatsApp Meta team is so aligned to objective of making life easier for the users. They've come up with quick reply buttons. You can set up a button. Okay, example I keep giving is, do you like tea or coffee? Then there's a button for tea and a coffee with an emoji of a tea and a coffee emoji. So that's how intuitive it becomes, and this user have to just press a button rather thinking of, here, do I have to make an option, yes, send or not, or go away from the conversation. So this is kind of development WhatsApp is bringing to the platform. Not just from the button perspective, it has also come up with the list message options, where 10 options can be put up. Let's say you have a very big menu, and obviously it is used for a lot of enterprises. We have seen that banks have that lot of main menu option where you select 10 options, saving account. And when we correlate to this to your industry for education, we can simply have, onboarding details, onboarding frequently asked questions, maybe, contact to counselor, contact details, address, and everything can be in one line. Just open up the menu and select one option and send it. So from conversation for where it started from the scratch and today where we have reached, it has revolutionized the entire industry and people are using it day in, day out, right, left and center. Apart from this, also WhatsApp is, using all the features of P2P solutions as well. For example, now a user can share their location. A brand can also share their location, like, hey, this is our institute or a coaching center, or branches across India. You just have to type your PIN code. No need to do anything else. Or you go to your location, share your location and say, which are the closest centers to my home or my residence. WhatsApp will pull all this information from system and show it to the user with the user address link of that particular map location. So all this basically covers that, any kind of use cases in the audience also for everyone. You want to think of use cases, all those are achievable. We just have to wear a marketing hat and start thinking about it that, hey, can we achieve this? And Merito and Carix can come together and help you solve that problem. The last leg of always is, like we started this with conversational, but then now we have also started opting for the other use cases. We have seen the lag of making a payment. Now WhatsApp has also recently come a WhatsApp Business API payments also, which is under beta. We are enabling a lot of brands over there to finish the journey. For example, in your case, let's say you started with a pre-lead qualification using Insta, Facebook, and generate that lead, bring people to WhatsApp, make them acquainted of your information, of your organization, share brochures, everything. And in the end, if you want to have an admission fee of worth 5,000 rupees or book your seat kind of a thing, user can actually pay via UPI on the phone with 3 clicks and your deal is done. And the ease of doing for the users is also very good versus the ease of collection from the enterprise standpoint is also very superb in this. So WhatsApp is not just, taking care of features, but they are also taking external third-party things and getting into WhatsApp, which is helping them become that super app, which we discussed a few minutes ago. So those are the developments and strategies WhatsApp is adopting. And on top of it, you need a SaaS layer. Like, for example, if you need a chat bot, you will need an XYZ, you will need an agent handover where, human can talk. So that's when the partner like Merito comes in and they, pitch that SaaS layer and bridge the gap between the CPaaS layer of WhatsApp and to the user and build that ecosystem for the user.
Great. Yeah, great. Ali, so they were like, those were some interesting features that you talked about right now, right? So, without further ado, let's get into understanding how exactly these features can be better utilized by education institutes to, actually accelerate their processes. So basically for an educational institute or for a lead journey, basically a lead journey can be broken down into 3 different parts. First is lead to application. The second is application to enrollment. And the third comes out to be post-enrollment retention phase. In the first phase, which was the lead to application phase, the student is pretty undecided and is very confused about what all exams that he needs to apply for, which all colleges form should he fill, or even in some cases, they are undecided about the courses that they want to take forward, right? So any educational organization can actually use this phase to build trust with the applicant with constant engagement. The organization institutes can share pre-prepared content like their placement records, like student testimonials and other details so as to build their trust and to make the conversion from the lead to application much faster and much more better experience for the student itself. So WhatsApp plays a very important part while you're converting your lead to your applicant stage. Coming to the second stage, which was application to enrollment stage. This is a stage where the student is basically categorized as, he's overburdened with hundreds of things that he needs to do. He needs to take care of a lot of different admission dates that are fast approaching, a lot of payment dues, and other events that are happening across organizational institutes. Organizational institutes can really tap into this part and actually use the utility messaging of WhatsApp up to a great effect over here. They can actually send out WhatsApp messages to the students regarding any upcoming dates, any payments that they need to make over WhatsApp itself, and also send out any updates that they need to send out to the student regarding any events that are happening so as to keep him engaged. WhatsApp Business API can also be utilized by these organizations to, actually solve the issues that the students are facing while filling up their form at scale and in real time. Coming to the third part, which is the post-enrollment retention phase. This is a phase where, the student has actually enrolled for the college. He's pretty excited to actually join and, start his new journey. So this is a phase where the colleges or educational institutes can actually use the engagement features as highlighted by Ali Asgar in the previous slide, and actually build journeys and actually connect with the students so as to keep him connected to the college and not lose interest. This would also help them prevent any drop-offs at a later stage for the student. As you can see, the constant communication or constant engagement with the Gen Zs or the students these days is a very heavy manual task. So why not let's get down to how we can automate these processes and make the whole process much more easier for the education institutes and the students. The Merito CRM, along with our inbuilt automation, can really leverage and collect very granular user behavior data and build 360-degree campaigns on them. So for example, like a student logs on to his student admission portal and clicks on the Pay Now button. But because of any reason in between, he's not able to complete that payment and is logged out of the system. So at that moment, using our automation and our CRM, we can actually fire a WhatsApp message to him, asking him if he faced any issues while making the payment, or in case if he requires any special help from our experienced counselors. WhatsApp can even take a callback request such that the counselors can get back to him and focus on what matters to them the most. Also, the constant engagement can be automated using our automation systems by building complete student journey workflows such that communication or content can be sent out to the student at different stages of his cycle, and no part of the cycle is missed across the whole journey. Also, coming to the third part, system updates that need to be sent out to the students can also be automated by building an automation in our system, which can be executed at a specific date or time, or can be executed depending upon the exact activities that the user has done. So this actually helps the counselor, by removing all of these tasks, all of these daily tasks from his need, and actually help him take out his bandwidth for all of that things that matter to him the most. So, now I'll call upon Ali Asgar to better help us understand how other organizations in the industry are measuring the impact of WhatsApp Business API.
Thank you, Vidarbh, again. Just before we go on that piece, marketing automation with what Vidarbh was talking is the key for a lot of e-commerce and other brands. So don't miss out on it. Get in touch with your Merito SPOC as soon as possible, because we have seen marketing automation working wonders for for their life cycle management, for onboarding and everything. So it's a very important tool for every enterprise these days should have, because you cannot keep track on hundreds of students, right? Who came, who filled form, who went out. Managing all this on an Excel is a nightmare for you guys. I know, I can I can believe that for you. I can feel that pain. So this is one automation tool of Merito which will onboard you, enable you to do and achieve a lot of things simultaneously, all together in one go. No need to do. Coming back to your question, Vidarbh, sorry, I had to, intervene and give some insights for our audience because they're here for that. So measuring impact on WhatsApp is, completely different for different organizations, what we feel. We have worked cross-industry, by the way. So why I am talking about cross-industry, because one institute, one education institute, and the purpose of the institute will be different from the other institute. So it's completely depend on how a user, how an enterprise or a company wants to track that. So majorly, when we go to retail segment and everywhere, we have seen people track clicks. They just want to track how many people are coming to their website because they have MarTech built over there. So when you send them to your website, then the MarTech start tracking them and, keeps nudging them based on their interactivity. Also, what we have seen, at times, the brand search for engagement in terms of replies, what kind of replies they are getting, which is called quick reply. The mention of buttons, like the example I gave about tea or coffee, how many are pressing tea, how many are pressing coffee. Based on that analytics also, that when did you do? Like I sent you a message at 10 a.m., but your reply was in the evening 8 p.m. So it means that, you're usually active for the brands and enterprise in the evening time. This will help you define the send time optimization, where you can send the right campaign at the right time for the user and actually help you eventually achieve the good outcome and ROI. So our belief is that, the impact is measurable very well on WhatsApp because it's a two-way channel communication. It's not just SMS or email, which is just, it's a combination of both, but it's a highly sensitive channel for the user because you are actually going into the personal space. So you have to ensure that your content is right, you're reaching it for the right reasons for the user. And the overall objective of the campaign can be achieved not just by clicks and replies. The ROI coming from that campaign needs to be measured, and it's very important for an enterprise to know about it. So it's something that Merito can also help you with dashboards where you can see this analytics via Martech and everything, and outcomes are also enabled with read ratios also, by the way. So who has read your message, who has not read your message, also those, if they've enabled it, you can still see that, and based on that you can trigger a plan your campaign. For example, for 4 hours nobody replied, you sent a message. What do you do next? You can arrange for another message saying, hey, this is a 5% off, you just register now. So this caveat can be used to create that impact, and measurement of that impact depends on brand to brand, of what kind of ROIs they want to achieve, or awareness they want to achieve, or the just brand amplification what they want to achieve.
Those were some interesting points, Ali. I'm sure our audiences will remember all of these metrics while they're setting the North Star metrics to actually, when they're measuring the impacts of WhatsApp Business API, right? So, now that we're living in the days of ChatGPT, right? No webinar can be complete without talking about chatbots, right? So we over here at Merito, right, have our own NLP-powered chatbot, Nia, which comes pre-trained with all the use cases already handled for all your education institutes. Nia, along with our CRM system, has the capability, and along with WhatsApp API, has the capability of conversing with thousands of students at scale at any time of the day, be they at night, be it at day, and be it if it's talking to 1,000 different students. What this does is that this removes the repetitive questions that are being asked again and again by the students, and Nia can take care of them, which is removing all of this bandwidth from your counselors. Also, in cases of complex situations where Nia is not trained to handle stuff, and where a question can be handled by other thing, Nia has the capability of taking a callback request from the students, such that our counselors can be notified regarding that and can connect with the student to solve his or her queries as soon as possible. So this is how Nia, or our chatbot, in-house chatbot, helps in decreasing the workload of counselors, thereby freeing up their bandwidth and helping them focus where it matters the most, which is actually converting the student from the lead to their enrollment stage. So now that we have discussed how we are using WhatsApp Business API in our education institutes, how we are automating the process, and how we can actually leverage chatbots to better increase the efficiency of our counselors, I'll call on Ali Asgar to shed some light on the future of WhatsApp Business API, what all new features are going to be there, and how it's going to help education institutes and other industries actually accelerate their conversions.
Thank you again, Vidarbh. I think future is exciting for WhatsApp, because I am a firm believer of growth with the partnership, where we see the new kind of features coming day in, day out from WhatsApp. As we are one of the largest partner for WhatsApp, we are into a lot of beta with them. Certain betas are there already available in Mexico and Indonesian market. For example, what do you do if you want to search for this question is for you. What do you do basically if you want to buy a pair of sneakers online,
Oh, well, I go on Google and I start typing sneakers online.
Exactly, that's what happened, right? Yeah. So the search is not a Google ecosystem, sorry, Meta ecosystem. It starts from Google. But what WhatsApp is trying for the markets, they've currently gone live with Mexico and Indonesia, where the search feature is available. Like if you go and chat for a search a name, I can search a company over there like Domino's, and Domino's WhatsApp handle can come up. Similarly, if I want to search for a college, possibly the college who are there, they can come online and I can see those colleges and start chatting with them. So this is why I'm saying this, because let's say Paytm started the revolutionary of UPI and everything, but BharatPe took over and make millions of merchants. So it's not first mover advantage. It at times who adopts this technology fast and be the part of the second phase of the launch, but adopt it so quick that they are not left behind and they can make most of it. So this is one feature I just spoke about. There are like many features, where you will find plugins on your WhatsApp. Like currently the WhatsApp is just channel two-way communication. Imagine we give you an authentication button where you can go and authenticate yourself. If it's a banking customer, if it's a online class for a student, the student might get their class online there, because there's already WhatsApp voice and video API as well. So you're attending your class on WhatsApp is the beauty of WhatsApp. Imagine that happening And plus the students are getting away from WhatsApp, by the way. They're not chatting, they're really attending the class. And that's how
So
it is going to, going to bring a fair play for everyone in our country. And this is just the start of WhatsApp. It's been like 2.5, 3 years now. But imagine the maturity of the platform in 2, 3 years. They've listened to the user feedback. They've listened to so much from the enterprise and partners like us and you, and they have built so much on top of their communication platform. Because see, by any means, they don't want to charge the users, right? They will, and revenues for WhatsApp also flows in from the enterprise part of it. So a lot of investment in the R&D centers are also set up to do that. So imagine, you getting a message from your class saying that, hey, here is your lecture at 3 p.m. tomorrow, and it gets automatically added to your alarm or your calendar, and it buzzes 15 minutes before that. So all those lots of exciting features, some we can make up ourselves by using these features, and coming up with use case for that. So yeah, again, reiterating that future is exciting, and we strongly believe that a SaaS layer and a partner is always needed, and that's when Karix and Merito come together and deliver that experience for an enterprise. So a marketer from an education institute just have to sit back and relax and do automation job via both of us. So that's what the future lies for on WhatsApp Business API.
The future does look promising, Ali. And I'm really looking forward to a day when I can order my sneakers on WhatsApp itself.
You can do it, by the way. So I'll not take the names on the forum, but yes, we can still order. You can book your metro tickets, and we have recently launched with Chennai Metro. You can book your metro ticket on the go. You can book an appointment with your doctors on WhatsApp. Use cases like Domino's, where you just upload your selfie and a sticker made with your face comes in. So all this is quite achievable for now. And yes, it's just the creativity of the users or the audience in the call, in the video, to a webinar today, to think out of the box for the WhatsApp and come with challenging use cases with us, and we'll work together with Merito and try to deliver those use cases to you.
Great, yeah, great. I'm really looking forward to all of that, and I hope that all our audiences today, and will stay connected with us, and they will be able to ride on this roller coaster of a journey that is WhatsApp Business API, right? So
yeah. So before that, so I know, Ali, you have a flight to catch. Just one quick question. So there were a lot of questions that users had when they signed up for this webinar. One of which was, how can they manage a lot of students on scale on WhatsApp? Is it possible? What are the challenges? Or what are the opportunities with this?
So that's the beauty of API. API is something interface between the application what you're using. For example, you're using Merito CRM or XYZ CRM. This API gets plugged into your softwares and can talk at scale. Like for example, you plan a campaign for your students who were on your website but didn't put their email address, but they put their mobile number, and that's how you got the access to mobile number. Now you can plan a campaign saying, hey, your profile is 50% up, why don't you finish 50% profile, and we'll discount you off something, or maybe we'll give you an early seat, or we'll give you 5 extra classes. So this is how API can help you do this at scale, not at one-on-one level. But again, WhatsApp can be again achieved one-on-one via chatbot. So it can be personalized via chatbot as well. Like, okay, I'll feel okay, I'm now getting access to Merito or any other institute via one-on-one chatbot. So this is what WhatsApp can do for the enterprises.
Got it. So audiences, I hope we were able to do what Illuminate by Merito series intends to do, which is to illuminate you on the latest happenings in and around the world of education, especially things that can help you grow your enrollments and student conversions. Now, for all those who have stayed until here now, or for all those people who have signed up, we have a little bonus, which is this, that if you've learned about WhatsApp Business API right now, here's your chance that we at Merito have for you to get certified in WhatsApp Business API. That's right. So we are having this series going on. It's called Enrollmix by Merito. It's a skill certification platform, an opportunity for you guys. A lot of sales, counseling, marketing, admission, and finance professionals like you are signing up for Enrollmix by Merito and getting certified in their fields. And soon, within next week, you'll have the opportunity to get certified in WhatsApp Business API too. So watch out for that email from Enrollmix by Merito, and we'll look forward to you flaunting those certificates on LinkedIn. So Vidav or Ali, will you have anything else to share?
No, I would request one of those certificate for myself, maybe the masterclass one, but yeah, I would like to flaunt it too. No,
Sure,
I
sure.
think that was very fantastic. I think still have questions on the chat. What we will do is we can circle back those questions and the users in interest of time of our other audience as well. Ciao from my side, and thank you so much Vidarv and Sandeep for having me. And let's rock on WhatsApp API.
Yes. Thank you, Willie. Thank you, Vidav. Thanks everybody for joining in today. I hope you have a great evening.
Ciao, audience. Bye. Take care.
Bye. Take care.